Well, alhamdulillah, everybody. Whew, we had a long discussion before this podcast episode, and today we're going to be talking about halal investment instruments. What's actually available out there for you as a Singaporean and as a Muslim to make your money work harder for you? We're all financial advisors. We have a guest today, our brother from another mother, Rizwan. One say hi.
Assalamualaikum. How
Welcome.
are you guys? Thank you for having me.
Bagus, no, Harini one will take the lead. He will be telling us all about halal investments. First,
What am I?
Stress.
stress. One, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi, I joined your class. The what previously was Halal Investor Course, HIC, back in 2022. 2022, correct? So,
Okay.
then Alhamdulillah, from there I gained knowledge from your investment punya workshop. Then from there I am doing my own DIY investment.
Using,
Then
I'm assuming, whatever I taught you in that class lah.
yes, definitely. Before that I have zero knowledge of investment. I don't even know whether investment is halal. Because previously I thought investment saham kan, saham is haram. Banyak kita punya our parents or our makcik or our uncles all say, saham tu haram, saham tu haram. So I don't even know it's halal until I sat for your course lah.
It
And
rhymes also, right? It rhymes. Saham haram, saham haram. Macam dada itulah haram.
yeah.
But usually, what is the main misconception that make them say so?
I think because they have a bad experience lah with it, then they start learning about the riba lah, interest. But I think mostly it's because maybe they got the bad experience from it, then start saying it's haram lah from there.
Yeah,
But
the story I always share, right? One of my relatives came to me, you don't teach about investing, you don't talk about investing, kau jangan invest sebab aku invest dalam saham, dia naik turun, terus lose everything macam casino. Tu haram.
Yeah.
Right.
Painful.
What? You attended the class 2 years ago, 2 years plus. What were some of the biggest takeaways that you got from that class?
Biggest takeaway? I mean, because banyak lah. It's actually one of the particular text that I messaged you after set for the class is I literally my brain feel like meletup. Then because as a person who have no knowledge of finance or previously I only know about insurance aja. I almost bought a investment linked insurance prior to your class that time. Then because of that I'm not taking the insurance lah. Jadi banyak lah. There's too many information within that 2 days. Until at the end of it, like, I have to keep on repeating, watching back the video again, to then keep on asking you, and you are very actively responsive in answering my questions. So, very very good lah. It's banyak sangat, and yeah, alhamdulillah. And 2 years later, I still keep in touch with you guys. And alhamdulillah, I mean, I'm happy with my DIY investment and what I learned from there.
Okay, so I want to ask you some questions about this. Since you brought this up, you learn a lot, yes, alhamdulillah. What are the things that you have consistently executed on from the class?
I've been doing the dollar cost averaging. Dollar cost averaging, every month I put aside money for investment instead of I putting the money into my saving account, which in the end gain interest is riba. That is another story. So I gain one of the lesson is the dollar cost averaging into the funds. Then I know how to allocate one of the HALAL allocation. So I learned the how long my objective is. So the allocation, I'm have been doing it lah. every month. Dollar cost averaging is really is a real thing. Dollar cost averaging, regardless the market go up ke down ke, and we hear the what all the bad things in the market over. So dollar cost averaging is still is a real thing. Hmm.
Follow up to that question. You said in 2022, did you start investing before or after Russia invaded Ukraine?
When did Russia invaded?
End of 2021.
Then should be after lah.
Because the reason I want to know is if you remember the 40-year chart that I talked about, then the brick drop.
Yeah.
So it's probably a sensitive question. You can choose not to answer. Are you profitable?
Alhamdulillah. It is. It is. That's why I say the dollar cost averaging is really, it really works because we don't look at the market. We just taruh je duit, just put there, naik ke turun ke
Spread over
taruh.
long term.
Because the objective is not besok, it's not next month. It's really a long objective.
Asri and Zul, are you guys curious to know what exactly he invested in?
Yes, actually, that was the question I want to ask next. What exactly do you invest in?
Dia tak nak bilang kita tau. Aku buat macam ni tapi no, secret. Bro,
No
it's the
lah,
halal
not-
investor course, bro. It's not the halal investing secrets. Tu lain ni kelas.
Halal investor secret, HIS
Tu lain ni kelas. But yes,
Oh, yeah.
one, our general, we are all waiting. Everybody's
Okay.
watching this. Dia dah bilang kita dollar cost averaging. Dia tak bilang tu apa. He's already told us he's been invested. He already told us he's
Yeah.
profitable. What the hell did he buy?
Abang lah. Gaduh, boleh gaduh.
What suspend, bro? What suspend?
I can mention the fund semua.
Before you mention, for all of you listening out there, this is one's experience. So whatever we talk about during this particular episode and all prior and future episodes does not constitute financial advice. Please speak to one of us as qualified professionals before you make any financial decisions.
Yes.
Okay, disclaimer out of the way. One, what did you
Yes. Okay. So I personally using the app, the FSM1. It's a macam Tiger Broker or those app, the investment app that we have. But the one that you taught in the class, one of it is FSM1. Previously known as Fund Supermart. Right? Okay. So the fund I invested in is a mutual fund. It's a mutual fund in Singapore dollars. So it's both ada 3 fund. There's 3 fund in it. The Franklin Global Suku. What else? I forgot. Okay.
Aren't you looking at your app right now?
Yeah, I'm looking in my app right now. Suddenly I press the button because they changed the layout, you see. Then suddenly the user interface all dah berubah. Hold on. Bentar. Okay. Franklin Global Suku, Franklin Sharia Technology, and the Templeton Sharia Global Equity.
Fantastic. Those are 3 funds. And for those of you who missed it, one has invested into the Franklin Sharia Global Equity Fund, Templeton Sharia Global Technology, as well as the Franklin Global Sukuk Fund. They're all under Franklin Templeton. And the best part is, one, are they halal?
Yes, Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
They're all Sharia compliance.
And you've been doing this for the past couple of years after attending my class. And you're profitable and now you're doing this. Was it easy to start?
Was it easy? Easy, yes, but there's some technical terms in the platform macam I asked you before, especially the sukuk, whether want to distribute or reinvest, that kind of thing. There are multiple, but it's quite easy lah. It's easy to do. To setting up the account, to deposit money into the account, and in the end to continue the dollar cost averaging lah every month. It's a gyro deduction anyway. So yeah.
So there are halal instruments available for us to invest. Asri, Zul, you all probably know more than those three, right?
Inshallah.
And I hope I've trained you guys well.
Yeah, lah. I mean, like the hottest right now, since we do get the access and it's
Yeah.
only like $100 a month,
Yeah.
it's the HSBC Islamic Global Equity Index Fund. Yeah, and that's so far been performing very well, even when comparing to the other funds that we have actually have access to. The only worry for most investors or our clients is that it's a very aggressive fund.
Mm.
Yeah, so that's one thing that we do have to highlight to anyone or our clients before they actually start investing in it.
Yeah, no, absolutely right. So this part, we must say it out to all our listeners. Your strategy and your objectives go hand in hand. Okay, do not invest into something high risk, highly aggressive if you do not have the right objective and the right strategy. What's the right strategy? What's the right objective? Next episode. Not today. Today, we're just going to cover halal instruments. Now, one, you have the Templeton Sharia Global Equity Fund. Yes?
Yeah.
Templeton Sharia Global Equity Fund is fantastic. It's been doing very well. Do you know what it invests in?
You mean the Sharia Technology Fund?
No, global equity.
Or global equity? At this moment, I need to look at the fact sheet lah, because I cannot remember everything inside. So
Okay,
so
but why did you choose that fund?
because it's diversified, is there's a lot of they are investing into, I forgot. Sorry. Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah,
Because
blah.
first thing is Sharia. Yeah, Sharia compliant. Okay. Then the second thing is a fund full of stocks lah. It's they call it what, bucket of stocks, managed by the fund managers, making sure that it's halal compliance, Sharia compliance, and it's global. It's not just specific to a region or country. So at the same time, I can invest in the global market lah. So that's why it makes things simpler to understand, to be a part of the investment when the market up or down lah.
Okay, fantastic. So, folks, one is invested into a unit trust or a mutual fund called Templeton Sharia Global Equity Fund, right? What it does, exactly what one says. It buys stocks and shares from all over the world. Why is this good? One, or Asri, or Zul, why should you invest in one particular fund like this?
Okay, so the risk of actually if you actually invest in only, like, for example, one company or one stock, if it doesn't perform, if it crashes, there goes all your investments. Whereas having a basket of stocks in your fund, while one stock may not perform, the others can actually help to, I would say, reduce the impact of the downfall of that one stock lah. Yep.
Magic word here is diversification. Say it with me, diversification.
Diversification.
Okay, now how do you spell it?
DIVR.
Can you say diversification?
Diversification.
Dah bahasa
Oi,
Dora the
marah.
Explorer.
Yeah.
Bodoh. Dude. But absolutely right. So the reason why, if you want to grow your money aggressively, traditionally people have looked at investing into stocks, right? Stocks and shares. And if you buy one particular company and that company goes down and lipat, mampus, everything gone. And so you want to go and start putting your money into multiple stocks. And even better, if you can spread out those stocks to multiple countries. Because if one country or they have regulations or certain things, scandals that happen, then all of those companies may have issues in that particular country. And so, for example, like Templeton Sharia Global Equity Fund, it buys stocks from all around the world, which means you're spreading out your money to all the biggest companies in the world, which are Sharia compliant, which inshallah will fuel that long-term growth that you want. All right, so that's equities, right? Astri, you mentioned the HSBC Islamic Global Equity Index Fund. It used to be only available via an ILP. And as we all know, ILPs are expensive. They have very high charges, very long lock-in period. And if you try to withdraw your money early, you lose everything, minus off all your charges. You maybe get back zero. Those of you who are watching, if you had something similar, let us know in the comments. Tell us what were some of the horror stories or bad experiences you've had with, those insurance policies with long lock-in periods, high risk investments, high charges and whatever. Okay, so now, as we mentioned, the HSBC fund, which, alhamdulillah, now is available to all the retail clients on both Fund Supermart, on Tiger Brokers, on iFast. And we all as advisors, we can help our clients invest into these monies. Again, does not constitute financial advice. Why are we so excited about the HSBC fund, Asri?
I would say of its performance, and previously, you need a few thousand just to go in. And right now, the price, if I dare say so here right now, you only need $100 a month just to start investing in it. So it's very accessible to anyone right now.
$100 a month on Fund Supermart.
$100 per month compared to an ILP lock-in period. Then after that, you cannot withdraw until after a certain time. Then after that, you realize at the end of the day, ILP haram. Then how?
Yeah, ILP haram. I forgot about that one.
You have a halal fund, but then your process is haram. How?
How? Like that? Okay. We put ILP haram for another episode. Okay, we talk about that in another episode. But listen to this, folks. I'm just looking at the fact sheet on on HSBC's website, HSBC Asset Management's website. You won't find it on HSBC Bank. So I'm looking at HSBC Asset Management's website, and they're looking at this particular fund. The performance of 2023 was 33.6%. But 2022, minus 25.3%. Then we go 1 year further, 2021, 25.6% growth. 2020 was 27% growth. 2019 was 31.8% growth. If you average all of this out, if you had invested from the beginning, just before COVID of 2019, and I've been investing for over a decade now, you would have gotten, let me see, roughly 15 to 16% per annum for the past 5 years. You put in a bank account, you get 1% per year. You put into an insurance endowment plan, you get 2, maybe 3% per year. ILP, don't say, because you minus off all the charges. Sometimes you can be negative. At 15% per year, would you be happy?
Yes.
Yep. Just close to double of what we usually project for clients. Yeah.
So now, for those of you who are thinking of investing, yes, it's a good fund. Yes, you also have to consider that last year you minus 25%. Okay? Oh no, sorry. The previous year was minus 25%. Last year was plus 33%. Best. But don't expect to go in year on year. Oh, today I go in 33%, based so I take out. No such thing. Like one has been investing for a few years now. Alhamdulillah. Let's be a bit more practical. Now that one knows that he's got this fund available to him, the HSBC Islamic Global Equity Index Fund, and one also has the Templeton Sharia Global Equity Fund. Which one should he choose? One, don't answer yet. Asri, what do you think he should choose?
I would say more diversification. I don't know. That's my opinion. Unless if depending on his goals and how long he's going to be investing, HSBC Islamic Global Equity Index, which would be to me a no-brainer to actually switch.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
Asri's perspective. What about you, Zul?
I think compare the performance for Templeton, apa tu, Sukuk Equity, Sharia Equity and HSBC Islamic. I would just diversify and put both lah.
Put both. Okay. One says, Asri says to switch. Zul says put both. One, what do you think? As you are the investor yourself, your own money, bro.
Well, I ever since I heard the HSBC in Tiger Broker, I haven't really take a look at the performance. So because I already settled with my dollar cost averaging already, because dah malas nak tengok.
Let it run lah.
Seriously.
Biarkan lah. Biarkan lah.
As someone who already start investing more than 1 year ago already, then I start seeing the profits that I get from the dollar cost averaging, even though got a new funds that I can access, which is the HSBC, I malas. I malas nak transfer over. So
But if you are given the chance and suddenly you have spare excess cash passive somewhere, would you consider diversifying another portfolio?
So now you are talking about if I got spare and I want to invest
would you consider?
okay, if I got spare cash, I wouldn't invest in funds anymore. I will start thinking about ETF or maybe even the stocks. One of the topic that Afiq thought is the rocket portfolio.
Yes.
So and to answer your question about if I got a spare fund to so-called mine or just invest in, I would start looking into ETF and even stock themselves.
Nice.
All right. What's one talking about is something called the rocket portfolio. And so you should have two portfolios, one minimum. The first one you should have is the Pokok Kurma portfolio. Because if you know the story of the Pokok Kurma, you plant the seed, it will grow and grow and grow and grow. Eventually, it will start to bear fruit. And the magic of the Pokok Kurma, folks, is that when it starts to bear fruit, it never stops. And so you, as the investor, you put your money into a Pokok Kurma portfolio so that one day your portfolio bears fruit and then you can live off the dividends and become financially independent. So one is already planting his Pokok Kurma and it's already there. It's growing bit by bit by bit, inshallah. Yes. What he's talking about in addition to this is the rocket portfolio, where can you look for very opportunistic tactical plays where something like now people are very hot on the market. People talk about Nvidia. Wow, Nvidia, world's most valuable company. Wow, buy now. Is it too late to buy Nvidia? Some say it's all-time high, right? But if you read the news today, yes,
it dropped overnight.
It dropped. But Nvidia dropped because of a stock split. So the price went down because of a stock split, which means more shares were issued. Now, here's the thing. Are you still going to buy Nvidia even though the price dropped?
No, I mean, for someone who don't know, wouldn't buy it.
Again, not financial advice. I've said this 3 times during this episode. Okay? If you believe in the story of Nvidia and you like what they're doing and their long-term prospects, the fact that it comes down, could it be at a discount? Could it be cheaper to you? Right?
Cheaper to
Is
buy.
that an opportunity? And so these are the kind of opportunities you want to put into your rocket portfolio, not your Pokok Kurma. Just like one says, my Pokok Kurma, I go dollar cost average every Monday, relax slowly, bit by bit. I'll confirm plus chop, I will be financially independent in the next 10 to 20 years, inshallah. Then the rocket portfolio, I see something very tactical, very short term. Hey, Nvidia now cheap. I buy now and then go back up, I sell. Can we do that?
Yep.
Can. And so now, before we talk about rocket portfolio further, which I want to talk at a different episode, so today banyak episode nak kena bawa sana. Let's go back to one. One has the Templeton Sharia Global Equity Fund, and I've just pulled up the data. Just now I said the HSBC Fund 2023, it produced tadi berapa? 33.6% in 2023. The Templeton one produced 16.28% in 2023. half. So some of you, out those listening probably, then better I do HSBC, I double the performance, bro. Yes?
But what was it in 2022?
Fantastic question. So HSBC for 2022 was minus 25.3%. The Templeton Sharia Global Equity Fund was minus 9.83. Less than half the drop. So would you still want to invest in the HSBC one or the Templeton one? But then I purposely say it that way because then people say, wow, like that, Templeton better lah, I lose less. Right? But when you look annualized return, remember everybody, annualized return, look at it over a long period of time, 5 years, 10 years, right? I pull up the data, HSBC, the HSBC fund, the annualized 5 years return was 16.42% per year. The Templeton one, 5 years, is 6.7% per year. Jeng, jeng, jeng.
High risk, high return depending on the consumer whether
So
they're
appetite
conservative or not
I think it's not about just high risk, high return. It's not about your risk appetite. It's how long you can hold. If today you tell me I should have invested 5 years ago, I can hold for a minimum of 5 years. By all means, the HSBC one makes more sense, right? When you look on paper like this. But if you tell me, I cannot take it, 1 year the drop, 1 year the go up, you better not invest.
Main snowman je lah.
Dah lama saya tak dengar. But I think we've proven our point today that there are plenty of halal investment instruments out there. It's not just buying an ILP that somebody tell you about. It's not just listening to an insurance agent, yes, put inside an endowment plan, education plan, yes. No. You can absolutely invest DIY via a platform like Fund Supermart. And the best part, I always say this, with a unit trust or mutual fund like this, you have full flexibility. You can top up, withdraw, you can start, you can stop at any time. And if you listen to this, you know that Fund Supermart, upfront, 0% fees. One is investing with 0 fees. So for most of us today, if you're watching this and you're thinking, it's difficult to invest, I don't know how to invest, there's no such thing as halal investment. I've proven you all wrong. Easy to start, cheap, low amount to start, right? And it's all halal. Again, 4th time I'm going to say disclaimer, this is not financial advice. Please speak to one of us or a qualified professional before you make any financial decisions. And so, gentlemen, today, thank you so much for being with me. There are plenty of other halal investment instruments. One himself is investing into 3 different ones. And from the top of my head right now, I know there are 16 different halal investment instruments. If you haven't done so, download the ebook that we have called HIB, the Halal Investment ebook, where it shows you the 16 different instruments that you can use today to add to your portfolio, inshallah. Download it at the link hib.modernmuslim.finance and enjoy. But again, before you buy anything, talk to us lah. Okay, gentlemen, any last words before we end today's episode of the MMF podcast? Asri. Because I realized macam itu nanti
we should have the loading. Hope you guys actually enjoyed or learned something today. Do keep a lookout for our next podcast, where we'll be sharing with you more on halal instruments that is publicly available that you can actually do by yourself.
Alhamdulillah. Thank you, Brother Asri. Zul, what about you?
Right, I would like to thank Wan for coming and joining us and sharing your personal experience as a attendees of the class and also a DIY investor. I think I couldn't emphasize more with all the listeners, if you want to invest, do speak to any one of us first before you make a decision in any financial decision. Yep.
Amazing. Yes, and before I throw the ball to Wan, I want to also thank you, Wan, for being with us, learning from me and the guys, and trusting us with this journey for past couple of years. Yes, yes. And applying, most importantly, applying everything that you've learned. You know how many students we have that never apply? I text them, hey, how you doing with your investment? Oh, belum start. The worst thing is you've already gotten the knowledge. The worst thing is not to apply. Because once you apply, you start getting the results. And Wan has the results. So Wan, what are your last words before we end this today's episode?
I'm guilty for the one that's not apply immediately after your class. Because I remember after your class, I keep on asking you your follow-up one-to-one consult, like delay. Then eventually I started doing it myself. So I want to thank you for your classes. Then thank you for not being a scammer.
Okay.
Because that's one of the first thing that come to my mind when I see your ads last time. Okay, truthfully, I thought ini betul ke scam? Ini betul ke? Is it a real legit class? Is Afiq a real person? So no, everybody, he is a real person. So he's not a scammer. Alhamdulillah. Yeah, all the class are legit, and I learned a lot from his investment class, WhatsApp class. Banyak lah, a lot. Alhamdulillah. Thank you for conducting all the classes.
Alhamdulillah. You know why I'm not a scammer? Sebab scamming haram. Okay, nanti nak kena jawab. Aku takut ni. But yes, thank you for all the trust that yes, we're not scammers. By the way, on a side note, if you all do see a Telegram group or any other things, WhatsApp group that says Modern Muslim Finance, apa official ke or investing group, those are all scams. I am proud to say that we are now being impersonated by scammers. Ha! So there is only one channel that we have, and we call it the Halal Investor Club. And those scammers who are listening, they're probably, okay, we change all our title to Halal Investor Club. Okay? It's an invite-only Telegram channel. So if you're not invited by me or my team, you cannot join. Aha! Always that one channel. Okay? If you see my face or any of my other guys' face, you see sini sana, and please verify, talk to us. Because there are people who scam and impersonate us. Okay, thank you very much, gentlemen. Have a fantastic day ahead, everybody. Do look out for the next episode where we'll be covering even more on halal investing. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Salam.
Waalaikumsalam.